What is up, everybody? First of all, let me just say, I'm so sorry. Yes, I did upload my shoulder and arm workout, aka day 1 of my split, and I did promise you guys the rest of my split in the coming days. But that didn't happen. But that doesn't matter because today we're here and we are going in to day 2 and day 6 of my split because I train legs 2 times per week. So here we go, days 2 and 6 of my split leg day. Now, before I just dive in and give you my full workout, let's teach you something and first go into the musculature of the legs and the best exercises to target the musculature. So, you know who's coming in to teach you a bit of science. In you come, boy, in you come.
Guess who's back?
So, los quadriceps, or the quads. We have 4 main muscles. The vastus medialis on the inside of your leg, also known as the raindrop.
Raindrops are falling on my head.
Or teardrop. Then you have the vastus lateralis, which is on the outside. Then you have the vastus intermedius, which goes straight down the middle. And you have the rectus femoris, which essentially covers the vastus intermedius and lies on top, down the middle of the quad. Now, research has shown that some sort of squat variation, whether it be a back squat, a hack squat, or a front squat, has been most optimal in stimulating the vastus medialis and the vastus lateralis. But what about rectus femoris? Nope, that doesn't get targeted as much because the rectus femoris, flexor, and a knee extensor. So when you are going down into the squat, the role of the rectus femoris is to lengthen at the knee, but shorten at the hip. Similarly, when you're coming up from the squat, the role of the rectus femoris is to shorten at the knee and lengthen at the hip. So overall, the size of it stays the same and it doesn't fully contract. And that is why researchers have shown that a leg extension be a far superior exercise in targeting the rectus femoris in particular. Fonseca et al. 2015 even showed this by splitting people into groups of either squatting only or doing squat with a variety of exercises, showing that by doing squats only, you only grow the 3 single jointed muscles, whereas doing squats with a variety of exercises grew all 4 muscles of the quads. Woo! So if you want overall quad development, you want to do a squat and a leg extension. Next! The hamstringos, which isn't even a word. The hamstrings, the semitendinosus, the semimembranosus, and the biceps femoris, which has a short head and a long head. Now, you'd think that these would get stimulated pretty well in a squat. Not the case. Because just like the rectus femoris, we encounter the problem that 3 out of the 4 hamstring muscles act as hip extensors and knee flexors. So going down in a squat, they're trying to shorten at the knee and lengthen at the hip. And then going up in a squat, they're trying to lengthen at the knee and shorten in the hip. So overall, again, it doesn't really fully lengthen and shorten. And that is why you have strength and conditioning researchers out there recommending that you do some more isolation-based work for your hamstrings other than just squats. So, McAllister et al. 2014 pretty much compared every single hamstring exercise under the sun, concluding that the RDL or the glute ham raise were the ones that were best in stimulating overall hamstring recruitment, semitendinosus in particular. But they did find that the RDL and the glute ham raise did leave the bicep femoris behind, and that is why Brad Schoenfeld et al. 2015, aka Research Bray, went on a step further and compared RDLs to leg curls, and he found that leg curls was best at targeting bicep femoris, the short head in particular. So if you pair up these 2 studies and do an RDL or a glute ham raise where you are training the hamstring in a fully lengthened position, along with Schoenfeld's curl where you're training the hamstring in a fully shortened position, you can pretty much target the whole new hamstring and make the most amount of gains possible. Thank you for that, and hopefully now you've learned something and can leave this video having taken some value from it. But let's go into my workout. After all, that is what you're here for. So, after warming up on the Stairmaster to get a bit of blood flow to the periphery, we go into squats, and a load of squats. Okay, after warming up on the Stairmaster, I will go into about 5 to 7 warm-up squat sets. None of this mobility shit, straight bar on the back, off we go. Then, when fully warm, I will get into my working sets, and this consists of 10 to 12 working sets. But bro, squats are bad for your knees. Don't do them, man. How about you, shut the up? Of either 4 to 6 reps if I do it on a Tuesday, or 8 to 10 reps if I do it on a Saturday. In a way, this is some sort of daily undulating periodization, in that the weight isn't always the same when I go in. I have a heavier day and a lighter day. But regardless of that, each working set, me being me, I pretty much take to an RPE 9.5, not 10 because that's failure, but 9.5, and I am fucked. Absolutely fucked by the end of it. Now, if you have done this properly, taken to an RP 9.5, after those 10 to 12 sets of squats, you will already be ready to go home and eat some ice cream.
Just one cornetto, give it to me.
And crawl into bed and die. But we have only been squatting, so technically the vastus medialis and the vastus lateralis have got the main hit during this exercise, and we still need to target the rectus femoris and all of the fucking hamstrings, so we need to add in some more volume after already fucking ourselves. Oh god, oh god, oh god. So we now go in with our first hamstring exercise of the day, training that hip extension. RDLs usually done with a dumbbell. 5 sets of 8 to 10 reps with a drop set on the last. So we have essentially already hit the vastus medialis, the vastus lateralis, and the semitendinosus. But what else is missing for overall maximum leg development? We need to target the rectus femoris and the bicep femoris. So what exercises do that, Scott? And hamstring curls are the best exercises to target these muscles. And that is exactly what I do. I pair up these two exercises in a superset fashion and do about 4 to 5 rounds with 10 to 15 reps each. But if that wasn't enough, on the last round, we pretty much do a drop set until we get 100 reps. So I will start at one weight, that working weight that I get 10 to 15 reps with, but then I will just keep going, drop the weight, with as minimal rest as possible until I can get 100 reps. And that goes for leg extensions and hamstring curls. And get ready to sit your ass in a wheelchair for the rest of the week.
Come on, come on, come on.
So, there you have it, an overview of the whole workout. So, 10 to 12 sets of squats, 4 to 6 reps on a Tuesday, 8 to 10 reps on a Saturday. Then you do your RDLs, 5 sets of 8 to 10 reps with a drop set on the last set. Then you go down to your stupid superset of leg extensions with hamstring curls, 10 to 15 reps with that crazy 100 rep drop set on the last. So, enjoy that. Warning! 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 1. This is a fuck ton of volume and a lot of intensity, so if you are not able to cope with a high amount of volume, I do recommend you cut back a little bit. And 2. This isn't actually an optimal leg day. I've done a post on it before on Instagram, but ideally you will be cutting back those 10 to 12 sets of squats and doing more like 4 to 5 and replacing the other sets with other exercises. In particular, I highly advise you do some sort of a lunge or Bulgarian split squat, as they have been shown also to target the vastus lateralis. But then, women in particular who want that booty, Kim Kardashian.
What the hell did you just say?
Kim Kardashian? Kim Kardashian ass. Anderson et al. 2017 have shown a hip thrust to be the best exercise for the booty. So I highly suggest you might do another 4 to 5 sets 4 to 5 sets of a hip thrust before you then go in to your RDLs and your leg curls. And as for calves, calves?
Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time for that.
What are they? That is the end of the video. And if you try this workout out, please let me know how you like it. Hopefully you don't die. But as always, subscribe to the channel if you want more. Like the video, share the video, and stay tuned for that day 3 of my split coming soon. Hopefully a little bit quicker than last time. See you later. Boop.